Hello there, and today I'd like to give you an honest review of Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. Now, this is an early access game still, and the score is going to reflect that. And of course, first thing here is to report a bug. The visual bug is right here. This is because I've been alt-tabbing too much. This is the first time this happened because I don't normally alt-tab a lot when I'm playing these type of games. But yeah, this is like some visual bug they need to fix for that. But anyways, the visuals. This is the lowest possible graphic settings, and I have a really bad computer. It's like almost a decade old, basically, but it runs and it plays fine. As you can see here, some of the graphics, they look okay. Just imagine what this game is going to look like on like a real computer with a real high settings besides low settings. And it's going to look really great, and it's going to play real great. The visual effects, like it's raining right now, it doesn't slow down. It's lightning storms and big windstorms, they don't slow you down or lag it down like normal games do. So they did a really good job on the visual effects department and not lagging your computer down, which is really annoying for most of the other games. Now, like Stalker 1, this game is all about anomalies and the mutants and stuff like that. Well, not really much more of the mutants, but more of the anomalies and throwing your bolts and trigger them so you can run by them. There's like wind ones and lightning ones and like, gases ones and stuff like that. And then they get harder and harder and follow you around. And there's like fire that follows you around too. This can be really annoying at the end of the day. And the guys are not easy too. So yeah, right away at the start of the game, you're going to come across some guy that just jumps at you from far away and knocks you around. He's not too bad. But the invisible guys is going to be kicky. So your next guy you fight at the start of this game is like an invisible guy. You can't see him. He runs around real fast. And he'll charge you and jump you and knock you down, and then he'll run away, and then he'll be invisible, and then you can't see nothing, and it takes a lot to kill these guys. They are really tanky, so they're not easy kills. So you have to worry about dying a lot, but at least the reloads in this game are pretty fast, so you don't have to worry about that too much. Now, the next thing you might want to know about this game is your inventory and stuff like that, and what you can do. You can't do much with your inventory. You have as much space as you want, but you're limited by weight in this game. And just getting over to that 50 weight category, and you're slowed down a lot, and you're draining a lot of stamina. Stamina regeneration is really slow. It might look okay running around like right now. Okay, I'm running around. My stamina is barely going down. I can run for quite a while, but just running down this roadway right here, I'll go down to like I'm half stamina. There's an electrical one right there. That'll electrocute you. So you got to worry about that too. So we'll go down to like half my stamina. There we go. So that's half my stamina has been drained, and we got from like here to there basically, right? And that's a lot of distance to cover when you want to go to way over here or over here, for an example, on your map. And speaking of the map, you don't have much for map markers. You have like 10, and you can't even name them. You just can put symbols on them, which is kind of sucks. So that is pretty lacking in that department. You need map markers all over the place for yourself and name them what you want, so you know where to go. Like, how am I supposed to remember what this is? I come back and play later. Well, I know there's a treasure there and it's an artifact, so I had to put 2 there, so I remember to come back and get them later on after I've done my quest, if that works. I don't know if that's going to work or not. But anyways, we will zoom out here. We start off in the lesser zone, then you go over to the garbage zone. And if you're going to be playing this game, just remember I got a video on some hidden armor in this factory, so as soon as you start the garbage zone, there's some armor in there. It's not bad. You can actually have a lead lining slot. You need that for this game, and we'll cover that in a second. But yeah, as you can see, there is a lot of zones in this game, and they're all this gray area. You never know what's going to be added on there. It's still early access. We don't know how much of these zones are actually active right now either. At least I don't know. But you can find out when you play it. There's just a lot, but they all just look the same. And this is the start of the quest, so they probably have a lot since they did all that stuff first in the game. So yeah, there's a lot of places to explore. It looks all the same. There's a lot of loot collecting, but with the limited weight capacity and how slow you move when you're doing it, it is a pain in the ass. And these are the slots right here for the artifacts, but unfortunately they all have a negative effect of draining your radiation and taking radiation damage, so you really can't use them until you actually upgrade your armor to actually hold lead slots, and not all of them have it. Like this one here, for example, I can't upgrade it and actually get a lead covered slot, and so I can't really use an artifact because it just drains you and takes damage, so it's kind of useless at the moment. So yeah, it's a useless function in this game that they really need to edit and change. What I would do right here, you see the radiation protection on my gear right there, that 1 bar, and that should protect you from a weak artifact right there. So yeah, having like 1 bar should protect you from all the radiation damage from one weak one, but it doesn't, and that's what I feel like it should do, so I can actually use them and have some actual enjoy them, even though they're weak artifacts, right? But right now you can't even use them to actually get the upgrade, which you have to go to like at least a second town to get that upgrade, and it's just 1, so I can use 1 artifact. Yay! it can hold like 5, but hey, there's nothing there for it. So yeah, it's not really that great of a system, and that's the only system you can use to actually upgrade your character in this game, because you just upgrade your guns, find better guns, and that's it. Upgrade your weapons and armor, and try and find these artifacts which you can barely use. It's kind of like not really taking full advantage of the system in there and things like that. And this is like the barely amount of equipment. I'm already close to my maximum weight and stuff like that for running around effectively and just doing the quest and the loot and stuff like that. But yeah, the damage from the guys is real. It takes a lot of damage. You'll probably die a lot, but at least it's fast, and at least you can do simple things like hold your breath and aim properly and kill stuff from far away, even though they bounces you around a lot when you shoot as normal. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is more of an adventure game. Sure, it has food and you gotta eat to keep your stamina generation up, and yeah, sure, you might think it's an RPG because you're running around and doing quests, but that's about it. Everybody wants to label these games that, but that's not. You're just running around there, and you can't change your character name, so yeah, it's mostly an adventure game as you run around the map and explore everything, right? So you just run around, go to these different stashes and loot them, and follow the quest, and that's all you really do in this game. So yeah, that's why the score of this game is basically going to be a 6 out of 10 at the moment. And of course, it's just early access, and that's room for improvement. But right now it can be like a 6 out of 10. I need my bolt back. Give me that back there so I can throw my bolt on that electrical thing. And I can run across it, but this stuff responds too fast. There it is, right there, right? So it's right back again. So you have to kind of hit it and run through it barely, and then before you take a lot of damage off of it. And it does a lot of damage when you run through this stuff, right? You get hit by that, and that's like half my hit points right there for that one. So yeah, that's not good. But you get lots of healing items if you actually run around and search for everything over again. But yeah, that's what you do. It's a challenging game. It's visually nice to look at, but it's going to start getting repetitive trying to make some money and running back and forth without really any real fast travel, because fast traveling between one town and the next town from the zone to zone is not really the best kind of fast travel out there. It's a really big waste of time running around back and forth, and that's like one of the major drawbacks is bad fast travel system and a bad loot carrying system over there when you don't have any character development. So you're limiting yourself off a little bit too much on your character development and things like that. So your character development is only getting these upgrades for your gear, which is only so much fun at the end of the day. So yeah, that's going to reflect on the fun factor and gameplay of what this game is, overall at the end of the day. Because how much it's going to be the same stuff. Killing like the same guys. They're going to be harder and more boss-like for regular guys, but you're still running around killing a whole bunch of guys, and that's about it. So, but still, interesting in that regard. So, definitely worthwhile checking out. Don't get too discouraged because I'm just giving it a 6 out of 10. You can judge for yourself, and you can see what the gameplay is like. And just remember that this is the lowest graphic settings, and it will work on older computers. So, yeah, don't worry about too much if you want to try it out on a relatively bad computer. There's a gas cloud. Hopefully, does it follow me around? Maybe there's an artifact here. See a gas here, right? No, not beeping. No blue dots. I guess not. You never know where they're going to be. Radiation everywhere. Yeah, not much going around for guys either. Where are you? But yeah, lots of guys can spawn, especially at the start of the game. When you get out of some of the first areas, you get spawned like 5 guys coming at you. It can be a little bit challenging, to say the least, when you're first starting, right? Trying to do like a 5-on-1 fight when you don't have anything good for your weapons and ammo and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the difficulty factor. It's not going to be too easy to play and shoot it. But yeah, it's all about getting headshots and stuff like that. Because if you don't get a headshot, you're going to have to spend a lot of time shooting at the guy and not doing much for damage. No, this is zone here. I don't know. But anyways, just running around. I'm just looking for a guy to shoot, and we really can't find anything. But yeah, I guess that is good enough. Just ignore those effects. I really don't see those. That's the first time I've seen them, as I said. But just shooting over there. Cheeky guy. Hear anything? See anything? No. Anybody hiding in this building? I guess. Oh, yeah. Before we end it, we have lots of. What's this? There's a little stash up there. Hi. Little stash of stuff hiding up there. Yeah, this looks bad. I gotta, like, restart the game to get rid of this stupid effects there. I don't want to play it like this, but it's a slow load in this game also, so be wary of that. But the reloads when you die are pretty good. You don't have to reload the whole game. Just, a fast reload here. Oh, okay, yeah, this is the win zone. This is like a win thing right here. Very hard to see, and they do a lot of damage. There you go. Lost half my health. Just for running through it instead of actually breaking it like you're supposed to. But I just want to see how much damage it does for you. But yeah, there you go. It's just a nice 6 out of 10 right now. It's got room for improvement. There's lots of gameplay value in this game also too, for time-wise at least, because you're going to spend a lot of time running around, going back and forth, trying to find stuff for your quest. But it is, it's okay. So that's about it today. I don't know what else to tell you, about this game, because there's not much else you can really do besides, tons of loot options and, things like that for your different ammo types and weapons. Typical thing going on there. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.